Kiss. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey everyone, what's up? It's Delta Goodrem.
It's the Kyle and Jackie O show this morning here at Kiss. Delta Goodrem on the air with us this morning. The new song for her, Wings, that's out tomorrow on iTunes and in stores. Hey, honey.
Hello, my friends. How you going?
You can't call someone that looks as young and supple as her old mate.
As the words came out of my mouth, I thought, oh, don't say old, mate.
I feel like it's that thing where we will forever be the same ages to each other.
That is
I don't
true.
actually think any of us have aged, but other people who are maybe first meeting us might be.
We're different from when you met us first as a 16-year-old.
15.
Was it 15?
Yeah, she was 15.
Okay.
15 years ago.
And you got a new song coming out, Wings, which we played the other day, a little snippet of it.
How
Sounds
good
really
is this?
good.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
People are already all over this thing. Getting spins all over the joint.
It's incredible. It's sort of been a really, this has actually been my most relaxed sort of feeling towards a release. I think having some time and just kind of being calm about it and slowly sort of going, I won't have anything out until I'm ready for it and I'm 100% committed to it. And
do you feel that as an artist, like you guys would have that constant pressure of what's next? What's the new song? Oh, you're going to change direction with this new album. It must be a freaking nightmare.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, I feel like with this song, Wings, like I feel kind of just, it's exactly what I imagined I wanted to have as my next song. Like, when I think about this past 2 years, I think of that this song has the feeling of what I've felt.
Have you ever regretted a song?
Ooh, good question. Yeah, definitely.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
Have you?
There's a couple of songs I'd be like, ugh.
Not ones that we've heard, though.
Which one were
Like,
you
even on, like, the second album, like, I had, like, a couple songs here and there. I'd be like... or even on the third album, actually, my last album, like Child of the Universe, maybe because it's most recent, maybe ask me in another like 5 years and I'll be like, oh, that song.
Yeah.
But definitely you write something you think, I don't know what I was thinking.
Has anyone ever, because you've been in the business for a long time now, since a very young girl, has anyone ever come to you and said, oh, you need some Hiroshiku girls, Delta? There must be some crazy ideas that people throw at you, right?
I mean, you guys would know, like, I definitely have had all sorts of... I find like a lot of people like, this is what... that comes from a place of care, though. You know, this is what Delta needs to do right now. Yeah. This is how Delta should wear her hair right now. This is... A lot of my mates and my mom and everyone get that. You know what Delta needs? Like,
of course, everyone has the say of what you should be doing.
But
you are Delta. You are Delta, so that must feel a bit strange. You know what you need more than anyone, don't you think?
But you know what? I've actually come to terms with all of that. Like, I really don't... I'm pretty, like, even keel with it all. Like, I appreciate that it's... I mean... I appreciate that when people are doing that, it's actually just because they care. Like,
of course.
They're saying that.
But know-it-alls, everyone hates a know-it-all, don't they?
But it's even with a song, like, people imagine what your next song's going to sound like.
Right.
And, like, they'll go like, okay, Wings, I'm imagining Delta's song sounds like this in my head, you know.
When I first heard it, the first thing I thought was, you're a genius. I can see this on a Victoria's Secret runway. I can see people playing. I can see you singing it live. I can see you... It's a great song, hon. I really like it.
Thank you so much.
Now let's get to the scrag fight between you and your old mate on The Voice.
Jessie J, yes, and it's been fascinating to watch, and the ratings have been through the roof. Do you think that there is a slight element of the friction between you two that is contributing to the ratings?
Well, I definitely think that it's evoked a lot of conversation. But in saying that, we're both really passionate women, and we both just wanted to go through and do what's best for the artist. It's amazing having another woman, seeing that after having the last 3 years being a part of the Voice family, that having another woman that we are detailed. You know, we are kind of in there going, these are the details.
She seems to push your buttons when she says, see, I disagree. And I see the look on your face, and you two kind of have this thing, do you think she intentionally does push your buttons?
I think that...
Do you think she's done it deliberately to get a rise, or...
No, I think,
We've got the beeps here too, Delta. So,
so you can say what you really think.
No, I think, I think that, again, you see a very short moment of what we shoot for hours and hours. So, it takes a lot for me to get to a certain point. So it obviously was hours and hours and hours of shooting. I'm pretty calm most of the time. But at the same time, I stand up for what I think as well. And I own that, in that moment, I did go out, and
I love that.
The storm. Do you get a say in what goes to air?
No, we get no say.
I wondered that.
And there is definitely definitely like
Yeah. Did you say to them like, "Oh, I don't know if I want that storm out shown"?
No, we can't. You know, we're watching the show for the first time like you guys because we've shot like hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours.
It takes forever those shows, doesn't it?
They
like
go
you got to weed through a lot of sand to get the gold nuggets off.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's the thing. And
you do.
And at the same time, like if it's bringing, you know, more viewers to watch our artists, then, you know, again, we're both just really passionate. We don't agree with the boys either. You know, there's a lot of times that Jess and I really agree, but that's just not as emphasised by people. But we do agree a lot, and
is Ricky still on the show?
He's gorgeous though, isn't he?
He's very quiet this
What
year.
a lovely man. I just
can't get a word in with the two of us girls chatting away there.
He is
It is a
lovely.
bit like that. How many contestants do you go through? How many do we not see in those
like
initial
100 and
heaps.
we're like 140,
right.
and so we end up
So
saying no to so many, and you'll see like 3 and don't go through.
Yeah.
Stand by, more coming up with Delta Goodrem this morning here at Kiss.
Kyle and Jackie O's pop quiz plays in 30 minutes. Here's the cheat sheet. 2 answers you'll need are 2 and Miley Cyrus. Good luck.
The Kyle and Jackie O Show. ITP, the income tax professionals. Do what you love. We'll do your taxes. Question.
It's Kyle, Jackie this morning here at Kiss. Delta's new single available in stores and online from tomorrow. We're taking your calls now. Jahan has called through. Hi.
What do you want to ask Delta?
Would you ever consider collaborating with any of the other voice judges?
Of course. Of course.
Yeah.
Who would be the right fit for you?
Jessie J.
Of course. Like, I mean, the girl's a powerful hit around the world right now. Like, we celebrate it. How awesome that we have her on the show. Like, I think, like, you know, I definitely... you know, I could do an amazing thing with Jess. I could do an amazing thing with the boys. We sang like the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards years and years ago.
That's right. I
and
remember
Ricky
that
and I
was
did
good.
a tour. So, you know, we're sort of all kind of musically sphere, and we get to perform together on the show. So
I'd love that.
That's
Ricky,
and
you
that's a
tour.
lot of fun.
You and Ricky on tour. That looked like, was that fun having a buddy to do touring with rather than just, you know, because I know touring is a tough thing. A lot of people think, oh, you guys live the life. But that life of touring is a lot of travel, a lot of sitting in hotel rooms.
Totally. And a lot of, like, you have to kind of focus. It's not like you can go out and I mean, like, well, I can't because my voice is just like, I have to be ready to, I can go out and have a dance at the end of the tour, you know. But,
exactly.
But during it,
but it's the same. Everyone knows you go to a nightclub, you come home with that horse throat. It's awful.
That would suck about being a singer, is that you do have to be really disciplined like that.
What I've learned now, like after like many years now, is that I just know when in cycles I'm allowed to sort of relax and let go and sort of just be kind of and have wines and just, you know,
have wines. How many wines are we talking? Oh, a couple of wines,
I just mean is that I'm allowed to relax, but then there's like this month with the song coming out with you know the show and
a lot of singing,
things. I'm like water.
Okay.
Have you ever seen those? Because when I'm doing a lot of travelling, I'm seeing the Asians always getting around in those masks, and I thought, look at these Asians.
Oh, the oxygen things, or the bird flu masks?
The bird flu masks.
Right.
And I thought, this is stupid. And I think that's probably a pretty good idea.
They're onto something.
Lots of germs you can catch from airports and
I mean, definitely. Like, I mean, you're definitely more conscious when you got to get up in front of millions of people, or when you got to get up.
You can't get around walking with that bird flu mask.
No, I'm not sure.
No, they would love that, wouldn't they? The media.
How Michael Jackson going to go through Westfield in one?
Marika, you're on the air with Delta.
I'll be wearing
Goodrem.
it, then putting it in my bag. Putting it in my bag.
Get a little
Not
Hermes
very
one.
effective.
Hermes one.
Okay, Marika, go ahead. What's your question?
Hi, Delta.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
That's good. Sam J told us her pet peeve is one-uppers. What is yours?
Oh,
Yeah, I heard
one-uppers,
you
that's
guys
right,
talking on that. It was really funny. Jax was trying to one-up her, I heard, you know.
She didn't even notice I was doing it. She must just think I'm a natural every day.
Yeah, that's the vibe I was getting off her, actually.
Pet peeves. I mean, I know in the moments I have many of them, but
What stands out? Does anything stand out?
Something annoy you? Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably made up of 90% empathy, so I don't like people being like unjust to anybody. But I'd say like, I mean, I really hate when. I'm probably a bit of a road rager. I'm not going to lie. I'm
Oh
a little
my
bit
God!
Of a road rager.
High five, sister.
I'm a little bit of a road rager.
Have you got out and started spewing at spat on someone's windscreen? I do it all the time.
No, you know.
I'm not
quite. No, I mean it's definitely. But you know, like even when like I have real sort of etiquette of like sometimes it's an accident. I'm not meaning to like go across the crossing.
Yes.
Like I'm not meaning to sit in the middle of everyone crossing. You know, like it's an accident.
That's my hated thing. I hate getting trapped when someone does does the walk over the walk crossing. I hate that.
Well, it's there for a reason, though.
No, but sometimes the idiot in front... Oh, let's not get into
Let's not do that. We'll get road rage ourselves. Joanna, you're on the air with Delta Goodrem. Go ahead.
Yes, hello. Wings is such a beautiful song, Delta. I'm just wondering, what's the longest it's actually ever taken you to work on a song?
Yeah, how long does it take you to normally put it together? And how long does that one take?
I mean, sometimes, I find that there's really, I'm an extremist anyway, but I think that they're really either like really fast or you can kind of mull over it for like, you could even mull a week. Like even with Wings, it actually kind of was over this period of like 4 days, because it wasn't that it was taking ages to sort of think. It was just that I was carefully thinking about, actually I'm really into this idea, let's like word craft it and just make sure we sort of chip away and just keep going to
some come quick and some take forever, right?
Yes,
it's just how it is.
Yeah, it's just how it is. Sometimes you just channel them and you're just like, yeah, like that was like a 20-minute song and they just but there's been no way, like some songs, like even Believe Again was like, I remember was like a 4-day song, and then but like back when Born to Try was like 20 minutes, like so you never really know. It's when inspiration strikes, I guess.
There you go, Delta Goodrem, the brand new one, Swings. Did anyone say, what about the this is not about pads or anything, right?
That's the first
sorry.
I did not think of that.
You're definitely the first one to say it. Kyle, of course.
Sorry. I didn't think of that all through the song. I just looked at it when I saw the name again. That's in stores and online as of tomorrow. You remember when I go over to your place in America and you've got all those Stedford wife friends always cooking something in the kitchen there.
I always have my group of girls.
What are they all cooking in there? There seems to be. Have you got a bakery on the side no one knows about?
Actually, well, I do love, like, when the Great Australian Bake Off was on, like, I got the DVDs.
What?
I did.
You're the only one who bought those.
Because I even got the book, because then I tried to make, like, the checkerboard cake, and I tried to make, like, a couple of, like, the cupcakes. So I love sweet things.
Why aren't you married off now? Or you're a beautiful, successful, lovely woman who cooks, bakes, and does.
Maybe I just haven't chosen. Did we think of that?
That could be true. Now, so what's the go with this new boyfriend? I know him. You know I know him.
You know what?
Is he a
Kyle?
boyfriend first?
What I would say is that I know this is probably a shifting gears with people, but like I feel like I've shared everything with everyone for the past 15 years.
Yeah.
And I think coming back on this song and this season of my life, I've actually shifted gears where I go, I genuinely don't want to open up that side of my life. Like I just sort of, I've just come to that place where I go, actually that's not me. I'm actually not like that. So
not like what?
I actually don't want to open up my heart as much
on
certain things.
No, I get it.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's not a matter of like I totally understand my life has been like lived out, but there's a lot that hasn't been lived out.
Of course, your whole life, the whole rest of your life hasn't been lived.
Exactly.
Well, let me just say, I understand you want to keep that personal, but I've met this bloke and he's one, beautiful looking man, two, funny, nice. No, this is only there's nothing to do with you, Delta. It's only my own personal experiences. I've been in his house. I've met his brother. I've been at a party with him. He's a gentleman. Don't you dare jump in and start talking while I'm talking about him. But I like him, Jackie. You won't know him.
No, I've spoken to them on the phone, but I've not.
There's no. How dare you suggest she's got more than one lover?
Well,
them.
I'm not saying that.
But I understand. Keep that private. I think it's nice
she wants to keep it private. You're on Twitter a lot.
Yeah.
You respond to people. Actually, you responded to a hater the other day.
Yeah, I did.
I really liked
how
you did that.
Yeah, I did.
Well, do you feel like you're a lot more thick-skinned now? Because I feel like the more you go through this stuff, the more you don't care in the end.
You know, honestly, like, I'm so thankful because I feel like The Voice has completely freed me with that stuff. Like, I actually...
Are you saying The Voice has given you a voice?
Yeah, it has actually.
Yeah.
You know, like, but also more so that, like, you know, and I think that conversation, even it's never exclusive to me. Everybody has like those kind of people that are haters are going to hate on everybody.
That's
you know,
true.
and I'm not exclusive to that situation.
No,
but I get a lot more love, and I think that sort of oxygen is way to kind of brought. But then I can't help. I have a laugh because sometimes people are really funny. So sometimes when they say funny things, I'm like, respect. That's funny.
Yeah.
Like I would say, because I do laugh at myself a lot. Like I find things really funny. I'm actually just don't care. Like,
you're a chill chick.
You know, I am. Like,
do people not realise this?
I don't know.
She's
funny.
chilled.
I said sometimes I think people think I'm at home knitting. Like I just
there's no knitting. There's not no knitting going on.
Well, like even when they tried to play the Delta's a more serious character on The Voice, I'm like, I'm not as serious serious
Yeah.
character on The Voice. I'm the one that's up dancing in the crowd. I forget that even those moments happen. Like,
You know what I like to? I used to freak out about haters a lot, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
it's good and refreshing to see that people are getting back. Even my girlfriend goes on to
Yeah.
go f themselves. I'm horrified. I'm like,
No,
you can't say that, babe. You can't do that. It's like go themselves.
I think
Sorry.
people
I'll let it
care.
speak down,
They're
by the
caring
way.
less about those because, you know.
Totally.
And I think the longer it happens to you, I mean, we've both been through it a million times
I'll
as
speak
well.
for yourself. I've got no haters.
I just think when it initially
Neither
happens,
can't
it cuts and it cuts deep. But
Yeah.
I think after a while, you
Yeah.
just think
You just fall into being a cutter.
You honestly don't care. I don't know about you.
I don't. I really
could be
don't.
speaking
And
for myself.
but also, I think there's also reality, and there's also like the world of internet, and there's also you get 100 great ones, and then people focus on two.
They
that
pull
are,
out the ones
and
that
it's
are
like, You know
negative,
what?
yeah.
I'm actually seeing the like really lovely, and what I walk in the streets and what I've experienced in these past 15 years.
Yeah.
When people come up to me and share their stories, that's what I deal with every day. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
count on one hand.
Yeah.
The other side of that, and
Yeah.
and so I've had to really shift in what reality is,
Yeah.
and what the illusion of what that is, because
Yeah.
it's
Right.
just it's one forum, and we're all as a society even working out where that line is of how we all deal with this kind of new era anyway, because it wasn't like we grew up with that as well.
I tell you how I deal with it. I stay at home and go nowhere and just get fatter and fatter.
Don't you do that, though, Delta? We wouldn't advise it.
Great.
Delta Goodrem on the air with us this morning. The new song for her, Wings, that's out tomorrow on iTunes.
We are going to do a little game coming up next with Delta called the Yes No Game. We'll get to that in just a moment.
Let's go.
Kiss.
Sydney traffic. Sydney Blinds and Screens. Spend $5,000, get one security door free.
Kyle and Jackie O's. Yes!
We're speaking to Delta Goodrem this morning, and we're going to play the Yes No Game. Here's how it works. We ask you quick fire questions. You're only allowed to
I'm
say
probably
yes or
not
no.
going to be good at this.
You'll
I
be fine. It's
know.
yes or no. How can you go wrong?
You can only say yes or no. Okay, here we go. We ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Have you ever been on Tinder?
No.
Okay. Have you ever dated a
I'll be too scared to like go.
I know,
I really
I
wanted
know.
to.
You want to go and meet someone in the park and hook up?
Yeah.
It's not for lack of wanting to, guys. Like.
Have you ever dated a celebrity in secret?
Yes.
Oh, I wish we could elaborate on these. Damn.
Yes or no only.
Would you ever go back to Neighbours?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have more than your ears pierced?
No.
Okay.
No, I
just
have many
ears.
in ears pierced, though. I have about 4 in one
Oh,
ear.
the visual I got is all of a sudden. I shouldn't be visualising this thing. Oh, Jackie, keep going.
If Ricky Martin wasn't gay, would you want to go there?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
I'm with you.
I'm pretty open about this. I'm pretty sure I've said it to him too. Like when we were on tour, I'd be like, "Is this on?
Yeah,
Is this like?" And he'd be like, "Oh, Delta," and I'm like, "No, really, Ricky, like."
Really, please turn for me. Have you ever been cheated on?
Yeah.
Have you ever cheated on someone?
No.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's nice. Was Guy Sebastian a good kisser?
Yes. There you go. Long time ago, guys.
Well, yeah.
That's when he was fat Asian.
Were you annoyed when Guy revealed your relationship with him?
Oh, no, not really.
No.
Oh, that happened here too.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
it's silly guy.
I actually spat out my coffee. I was actually, because all of a sudden I was like, he sent me a text, "I'm so sorry," and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And then I looked, and then I was like, I was like, "Okay."
Oh,
I was like, "Well, yeah, that happened."
That happened. Now we all know. Do you take the longest to get ready on The Voice?
No. Let me be very, very clear, and I have 100 to 200 crew members to attest to this.
Yes.
Right.
I am most possibly the first person ready every show.
Really?
100%. I am always the first in the green room. You can ask everybody.
Okay.
I
Oh, wow.
wait for everybody else.
Oh, how annoying.
I am
waiting
not.
for you.
I am not. I'm going to break your misconceptions, anyone. I am not the one that takes the longest. I am actually the most relaxed with that.
Okay.
I have a good hair and makeup
You look
guys that
good.
are like, we're prepped. We're like, cool. Are we going to do this with this? Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. And Noni and Brennan are such pros that we're ready. We're
Oh,
ready.
good one.
So we're not waiting on you. Okay. Would you ever switch to the
Pretty
X
sure
Factor?
Joel's doing his hair, and you
Yeah.
know, like there's always like
It's probably the boys
colour
taking the
and,
longest.
like-
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Would you switch to the X Factor ever?
Ooh, that's
Oh,
a
now,
big call.
what a loaded
That's a
question.
loaded
How do you
question.
predict the future?
I can't predict
Because you
the
know
future.
I've hoarded myself around nearly all the shows
Yeah,
except
yeah,
for The
yeah.
Voice because
Yeah.
I don't fit on that thing.
I'm very loyal to my voice family right now.
All right.
Oh, such such a bully. You can run for president with that.
You think one day I could?
I'm loving that.
I'm thinking one day I will
I reckon you will too.
go for a prime minister. I may as well.
Have you ever smoked a cigarette?
No. Never.
I forget
you
she
weren't curious.
Cancer, for God's sake.
No, but younger, you could have done it.
You know
before
what?
then.
I actually just genuinely, I'm a sporty person, so
Yeah.
and like I genuinely just am not. I'm not curious. I don't really.
That's cool.
It's cool
I
if
like
people want
that.
to. I don't really care. Like,
I suppose smoking crack's out too. That's out too.
Yeah,
the
we
list.
assume.
Just assume that's a no.
Have you ever watched an episode of The Kardashians?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone
Of
has.
Do you like to take selfies?
Yeah, but you know what? I'll take them and I just don't post them. Like, oh, that's stupid. I look stupid.
All right.
Hey,
And
you know
then
what
I
I found?
occasionally get a good angle and I'll be like,
Yeah, oh,
I'll
that
be
was
like,
good.
oh yeah, I think I can post that.
Yeah, I asked Jackie, when Jackie was talking before, way before you came in early this morning, I asked her if she'd ever taken a nudie of herself in the bathroom mirror, and she says she hasn't.
I haven't,
I'm
no.
calling BS on that.
No, I
No.
wouldn't dare. Because even though you delete it, it still exists. So I'd be
No.
too scared
I'd
of
be too
someone
scared
hacking.
You've never done that either.
I'd be too. No, I'm not. I'd be too.
God,
scared.
even I've done it, girls.
Yeah.
God's
Oh,
sake.
there you go,
Again, it's not-
hackers.
it's not
There
the
you
like-
go.
Oh, no, I've never
No,
sent
sorry,
it.
I'd be boring.
I would be too. There's nothing on mine.
I'll keep it behind closed doors.
All right, 2 more to go, and that's
Okay.
it. Are you ready? Do you want kids?
yes. Yeah.
And the last one is your. You won't answer this.
What is it?
Is your relationship serious?
Who said I'm even in a relationship? We don't know. All
did.
I know is like Kyle did. all I know is that like for whatever I am, who I'm with or who I'm not with,
Yeah.
I genuinely just kind of feel like I've got so many other things to talk about in life, and
Yep.
yeah, it's just not my vibe anymore.
Yeah.
All right.
I'd have
So,
to
well,
agree.
you know
Friends with
what?
benefits are not, you can't be just bringing them up all the time.
You were really honest, Delta.
I was,
It
yeah, no,
good.
She's always honest.
Yeah, no, she was. She was very open.
Were you suggesting she's been in the past been a bullshit artist?
Sometimes
but
I'm very
sometimes,
protective.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's
sometimes.
understandable.
Sometimes I've been protective,
Yeah.
but no, it's like a new phase. Like we just got to move forward. Like so, like there's been a lot of like things that have kind of gone
Yep.
on, but I just
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think moving forward's always the way to go. I like to sometimes just tread water for a couple of years.
like a duck, just
treading
sitting there.
water.
Delta,
Exactly. Dee,
thanks
nice
for
to
coming
see
in,
you.
I love you
Delta.
guys
Love
so
you
much.
too.
We love you too, honey. Good to see you. Good, keep kicking ass on that show.
Oh, I will.
Yeah.
I intend to take the title this year.
Yeah,
I have
go
no
with it.
doubt you will.
It's that time, guys.
Delta Goodrem on the air this morning here at Kiss FM.
$10,000 cash could be yours.